Diamonds. I hope all is well. In today's video, we are going to be doing another winter set, but this time I want to incorporate a couple globe nails or aquarium nails. One of the three. We are going to work together and try to pull this design off, so let's go.
And I don't want you to me your light, cause the times where you're gonna outshine me. And I'ma stand on the sidelines watching you be outstanding, cheering, chanting, panting. Fruits of your labor years ago, I saw you planting.
Okay, so here are my nails. I don't have to do no work to them, just to add on my peel-off base when we get there. But for right now, I am going to show y'all what I got in store. Okay, so I've done pre-thought about some ideas of kind of how I want to do these nails. So I've got them written down in my phone. I don't know which way I'm going to use them, but we're going to work together. But I have candy. This one is the green. It is 9004. Got some orange, 9011. Got some red, 9003. White, of course, 9025. Then we got black, 9018. And then I just got some sheer right here. This is more of that milky looking color. I've already had this one. It's not one of the candies. I'm pretty sure I got a milky one and candies too. It was just right in my drawer, so I picked that one right up. Then we also got some little nail art right here. So in this one we have some snowflakes, some little chocolate chips, some peppermints. In this one we have some more peppermints and some green and white, I guess chocolate chips they supposed to be. Alrighty, got some snowman, some sprinkles. This one got candy canes, snowmans. Oh wait, did I say snowman or did I say Santa? I meant to say Santa for this one. Okay, snowflakes, candy canes, snowman, gingerbread man. And then here we got some more candy canes, stars in this one. Okay, candy canes and some more sprinkles. Some little stickers in case we decide we want to use those. And then we got us, of course, some diamonds in case we want to bling bling, brighten our touch. Set those to the sides. And of course, you know, I gotta get some glitters because we're gonna need some glitters to go inside of our globe nails. Alrighty, so now that we've got that situated, here are my nails. So I decided I wanted to go in with two shapes. I was like, I want to do the square, and then I want to do my stiletto nails globe. So I'm hoping that turn out well, y'all. You know, I'm definitely chancing this one. All right, so let me get my stand. Okay, I got my stand. Let's put our nails on here. Make sure I got them even the way I want them. Already got glitters everywhere. These nails that I am using are, I thought that I had them right by me, but I don't. But I believe that I ordered these ones off of Temu. Oh, excuse me, I meant to say Amazon, actually. Off of Amazon, they're pretty sturdy nails. I like them. As far as the stand, Amazon, if y'all got any suggestions of how I can make these nails stick onto these a little bit better, these little stands, I use these little stickers and they really don't work too well. I don't know which other way to really make that work. All right, so let's go. Got our nails on here. Let's start with our polishes. So in my mind, this one is green, all green. So we're gonna go in, shake that up, and we're gonna go in with some green. then I gotta be careful because these, I almost touched them nails, y'all. These stands is flimsy because my stickies are not sticky. So that one is gonna be green. As far as this one could come off because this is my aquarium. So I want to go in and I want to measure where I want this to stop at. So just kind of need to figure out how I'm gonna hold that. Then I need to make my mark. And I am just gonna use this nail file and scratch kind of where my nail stops at. And then I'm gonna make a more in-depth line so I really see that. Let's make sure. Okay, it's stopping right on there. So I remind myself to bring that up just a tad bit more. So probably the second line. Let's make sure. Yes, that's much better. Okay, and I'll put that back on there. We can't do nothing with that nail yet. So I'll sit that one down. Okay, and then for this nail, I have to look at my phone because I have to make sure that I am doing this the way I have written down. That's my middle finger. Okay, so I am going to have to mix some green. And mix some red. Oops, I should have brought that over here. I'm sorry, y'all. I just put down some green and then I put down some red as well. And that is going to be on this nail. I am going to be ombreing this one. So I'm just going in, getting them both together, really thin lines, starting off with a really thin layer. Okay, I'm gonna move that over. And then I wanna go in with my ombre. And then I want to, I'm gonna wait for that to finish. It's almost done in a second. Okay, cool. So then I wanna go in and I wanna kind of grab both of these on here like this. And then, y'all, I'm prepared and unprepared at the same time. I wanna grab me a napkin and I wanna put that right here because I want to dab this out like that so I can kind of go across the nail like this. And I'm gonna do this a couple times. Okay, and I am just going to pull my flash cure over here and I'm going to flash cure this. And then I'll go back in with another coat. Yeah, I really think that's gonna turn out well. I just gotta take my time because the things that I have in mind that I want to do for these nails is kind of extravagant and detailed, so we're gonna be here a while. And typically doing the ombre, you want to do a few of these coats to get that ombre that you want. Okay. And y'all know when I'm get concentrated, I get quiet. I don't want to mess up or get to talking. Okay, so far we have our all green one, and then we have our green going into the reddish, ombre-ish. I think that looks pretty good. Once that top coat go over all of these, they are going to be gorgeous. We're gonna move over to the thumb. So I'm gonna go in with the green at the bottom, just like on the last nail. And hold on, I got that way too thick. So I want to take some of that down. I want to work with thin layers here for an ombre. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't want to ombre this one this way. I kind of wanted to go off center. So what I'm going to do is I am going to wipe that off. Okay, so in all actuality, I was trying to get that nail clean. It had got foggy, had got a little annoying, so I just went ahead and I grabbed me a new one. Okay, so we're gonna go right ahead again. Look at that green, got green all on my finger. And we're gonna try this again. Yep, like that. I like that. Then I'm gonna go in with the white. Okay. Move those over. This is how this one looks, and I like that just like that. I do. Okay, I'm going to go in and I'm going to cure that one for 60 seconds. Okay, so this is how our nails are looking so far. We have our green one, we have our ombre green and red, and then we have our green and our white together. And now we are going to go in and we are going to create our globe nails now. So I'm going to grab these out the way. Just do one at a time. I have here these little non-stick papers that I use. Ordered these right off of Amazon. They're two-sided as well. And then let me take this nail off. Don't need that anymore, so move that over. And I am going to be using this Intense Seal. This is what I'm going to use to build the globe. I'm just going to go in and I'm going to add me a layer right here. And then I ordered this as well off of Amazon. I'll make sure I got this long enough. I want to be able to get my nail fully covered. Okay. Let me make sure I got my imprint. That seem high, probably a little bit higher. And then I am going to encapsule I want to encapsulate inside of here a couple of these. So I'm going to grab my little tweezers, and I'm going to grab me some gold ones. I wanted to add a little bow tie right here. Make sure I got them where I need them to be at. That's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to put this nail down on here. Can we see? Okay. Just like that. I'm going to put that down on there. Right here. That should be good. Then I'm going to flash cure it. I'm just holding my finger right there just to make sure that it stays in place for me. Alrighty. And then I'm gonna actually, now that it's done cured for me like this, I wanna actually go in. This is how it look. And those you'll see in the inside. And then once I put the clear over the top, it will really stand out. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to fully cure that now that I have it placed where I want it to be placed at, and we'll move on. Okay, so now that we have this one like this, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this off. Yes, it's already looking good. I'm going to go in and I am going to add another layer. I like it to be double layered back here. I'm just going to add another layer here just to make sure. Yeah, just like that. Just to make sure I have that thick enough back there. Sometimes this be a little thinner than I want it to be. Okay, and then I'm going to go in and I am going to dry that again. So now once I have this finished and this looks like this, I want to go ahead and I want to cut around these so that it's even to the nail as much as I can. Just like that, just cutting it around. And then I do leave just a little extra out for shaving off. At the end, I'll just shave that right off with my file. I just want to make sure I don't crack this back open, so I just leave just that little bit of room. Just so it looks just like that. Look at that, y'all. This is how we're looking so far. Okay. Set that back down. And then I go around my edge. I want to make sure that I have all of this completely covered and sealed. So I'm going to go all the way around this. Okay, and then going in, drying it again for 60 seconds. Okay, so now that I have this like this, I want to go in and I am going to use my file and I am going to file the sides down just a little bit and right at the tip. And then I am going to go in one more time to make sure that it is completely sealed. And I don't want my drill too high just because I don't want to crack it. Just going in, getting the rest of that off. All right, so let me turn this off. Let's dust our baby off. Y'all know I need to get me a better dust collector because this dust one don't really work. So it's every once in a while turn it on, and I know it's not good for me to be breathing this in, y'all. I know that it's not. It's on the way. It's on the way. Can't wait to show y'all. I need to make sure this is completely sealed, y'all. So thin layer. Going around with the thin layer on each side. Making sure I got this tip because y'all know I'm going to feel from the bottom. So I'm just going to make sure that we're completely together here. Okay. Last dry. Let's go in and dry one more time just to make sure we got her nice and sealed for 60 seconds. Okay, so now that we have that completely cured, I am going to go in and I am going to shave down the sides a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna lie, y'all, I think it's coming together. To do these are definitely time consuming. Pretty decent. Okay. Let me buff these sides just a little bit, get them nice and smooth. Yep, cute. Okay, I'll move that over to the side. Okay. Got some snowmen. We don't need that many, but we can do like a snowman and maybe a peppermint. And it's not that much room in here as well. So let's see. Got a snowman in there. Got that. Would they even move? Oop, look, the snowman won't even move already. I can't go get it, so. I am going to try something a little bit more smaller. Let me see about snowflakes. Let me do. Let's see, just put a couple down here. Let me see if I go on a snowflake. So let's get some of this green glitter. And then I am going to get this cuticle pusher. And then I am going to add in some glitter. Just like that. And I wish I had something for this to sit up on, but I don't. And then I will grab my clear sculpting gel. And it is non-sticky. So I don't have to worry about it sticking to me because it's non-stick. But I am going to put on a glove. I can get it on. Okay. And I am just going to grab me a little bit. Y'all, I'm forgetting the most important part of this. Add some cuticle oil first. I got me a syringe. And then I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to grab me some oil out of here. That's about enough. I'm going to go all the way in and try to fill it up. I don't feel nothing leaking. Ooh, okay. That should be good. Okay. We making a mess. We got a mess going on here. All right. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, so going in, just grab the ball with my hands. And then I'm just sitting this right in here. And then I usually take this tool, what they use to make the flowers with, and I kind of close it up like right there. I messed up, y'all. It done fell down in there. Hold on. No, we can't have that going on. Can't have that going on. I'm going to carefully, now that it's done that, I have to carefully clean this inside. I'm gonna try it again, and I don't even want the same piece. I'm getting a different piece. It's supposed to be non-sticky, but it's sticking to my gloves. Look. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was able to get this inside, and I had to do this off of camera just for the simple fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this stuff you're not technically supposed to be touching with your hands, and so I don't know if I'm allowed to actually touch on this actual parts, and it was sticking to my gloves even with the oil. And maybe it's because this is a non-stick, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more about the gel thing. Okay, so this is how it's looking. Oh no, I can't even know right now if I'm feeling any leaks. Go in and flash cure that again for just a second. What I'm gonna do, because I want to make sure, where did I put it at, that I don't have no leakage, I'm going to go in right around the corners of this with this. I love this, y'all. This stuff is a good seal. So I just want to go in right around this corner, and I'm going in right around the nail, right in this inside. I'm going in for a full cure of 60 seconds, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have that fully cured, there is little to no movement going on inside of here. Oh, wait a minute. If I shake it up a little bit, but you can't see nothing. Let me wipe her off. I'm gonna do a little less than the other now, because clearly that's too much for such a small. And then on top of that, I do gotta understand that this is a more pointier nail, so we tried it. I see some movement. Okay, let's go in with the back. I wanted this to be more milky. Let me see if I like that like that. I don't even like that milky because You already can't see what's going on back here. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to stick with this being clear and call it a day on this one, but there's no leakage. I don't feel no leakage coming out of it at all. I just overcrowded it, and that's okay. I'll do a little less on the other nail because there's not a lot of room. We are going to go in with this pinky, and we are going to do our design. And I'm going to add me some white because on this nail I am going to make me a snowman. I'm going to actually, while we're right here, I'm going to matte top this really fast. And I actually like this top coat. This top coat doesn't attract the chrome either. I use it when I do chrome, and I'm able to do my chromes without it sticking to the rest of my nail once I use Scowl. And I also got that off of Amazon. Okay, so I went on ahead and I matted the 3 nails that we are going to be adding our designs on. And as you can see, I have my globes somewhat finished as well. So we're going to move on. We're going to start with that pinky, and I am going to go in and do a snowman. I will move those to the side. Okay. I'll be putting that right there. Okay, and then I have a liner brush. This is a 5mm. I ordered these off of Amazon as well. Listen, y'all, everything Amazon, Temu, Shein. And create a line. This is me trying to connect from one side to go around so I can try to get this snowman as perfect as possible. This is how he looks so far. I'm going to go in and I'm going to cure him for about 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead. I'm trying to think, do I want it to be? Yep. Okay. Okay, working along, working along. I'm gonna turn it this way. I feel like y'all could see it better. If I turn it this way, it's a little bit easier for me to work as well. Yes, y'all like that. That's cute. Okay, I'm gonna go in and cure it, and I'm gonna leave it alone before I mess it up. Cure that. Y'all, what is on the bottom of this? Because look at this. Y'all, let me move this to the side really fast and let me clean this up. This is, that glue still stuck on the bottom of this. I'm going to go ahead and get that cleaned off so we can stop sticking to everything. Okay, so we're going to go in. We're going to add our dots right on him. Just like that. Yes, look at that. That is so cute, y'all. He coming together. Okay, let me move along. Going around, just adding a few dot. And then since that's looking good, we're finished with that. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to cure for 60 seconds. Okay, so for this nail, I'm going to go in and I am going to do white lines going diagonally across and then over the other way. Okay, so we have all of our lines going this way. I'm going to go in and I'm going to cure that because then now I have to go in the other way and do lines. Okay, so now that I have all of those on there just like that, I'm going to go in and I am going to cure once again for 60 seconds. So now that I have those done, I am going to go in with my glue and I am going to need my flash cure for this part because I am going to be trying to make these big old pillows. So start here. The whole entire nail I am going to be putting these little square patches in. Okay, so this is where we left off at, and we are done with this one here. We got all our bubbles finished, so this is how all of our nails look so far. So now I'm going to go in with this one and I am going to finish this one off with some caviar beads. And let me bring them in. I'm going to open this on up. Then I'm going to grab this to make it a little bit easier for me to pick up all of these caviar beads. Okay, and I'll sit this over to the side. Let's go. And I'm tripping because I need to be over here so that y'all can see me. Turn this on. So, okay, this is with all of them on there from the side. I like that. Okay. Let's see if I missed any spots I want to get. Do I want to get? I'm going to put some down here at the edge too. I want to add some right here. There we go. Yes. Now that's much better. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to fully cure those. Okay, moving on to our next nail. Our thumb, we are going to be creating a candy cane. So I am going to move this right here, grab my longer brush and roll this around. So I feel like I got enough on there. I'm gonna start right in the middle and work my way down. Just like that. Okay, so there is how our first line is looking. We're going to go ahead and flip that this way, and I'm going to go the opposite way, and I am going to create another line, but I am going to go this way. Okay, so now that I have those two, I am going to cure this for 30 seconds. And then I will move on and finish it. And then after I finish doing all the lines, I will go over them again with a second coat just so I can make sure my lines are nice and bright the way I want them to be. I'm going to add some more red on my tray as well because I'm running low. Okay. This is how we're looking so far. I'm liking that. Move that back over here. Then I am going to go in and do it again on this side. And so now they look pretty similar. Okay, so then let me see, I'll go over this part one more time. Make that thicker. Bam, I like that. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna cure this whole nail. I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds because I want to come back out and I want to go over all of those lines again. Okay, so now that I have that second coat on these, I am going to go in and I am going to pour some sugar over this nail. Let me set that down gently and open this up. And then I want to pour this. I know it's little, so I'm gonna have to use my spatula to pick it up again because this is little. Okay. There we go, just like I like it. Okay, after that one, we'll be moving on to our next finger. Okay, oh, I ain't gonna lie, I am actually really in love with that one. Turned out really well, All right, so now, fun part again. Now, this is how we are looking. They're coming together slowly but surely. Now I have to go ahead and apply my base gel on my nails so that I could put these on so that I could finish the design because I want to do a smile line. And I feel that if I try to do the smile line off the nail, I don't know if it will be even, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply some Jello to my fingers. Okay, so this Jello, I got this right off of Amazon. And shipping didn't even take that long. I thought that shipping would have took a little longer to come. But it didn't even take that long for this to come. I actually didn't... It seemed like it was here within the next few days, honestly. If I can remember correctly. So, get you some Jello. I'm just wiping that sticky layer off. Okay. So going in, going to add my nail glue on here. And y'all, this nail glue, I struggled so hard to get it open because I had this in my purse. And with this being in my purse, it sealed itself together because you're not supposed to tilt over your nail glue, you know. And I did that. So Just going in with a little bit on my nail, and then also going in with a little bit on my natural nail. And so I got some red already here, so I'm going to just go right ahead and do me a smile line. So that is how our smile look. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh, I love it. Let me get a little more red for up here. I want that to be covered more. It's cubes, okay. That little water motion ain't really doing nothing in there anymore. Okay, gonna go cure. This is how we're looking. Oh, very festive. Very, very festive. I'm liking, yes. Okay, now let's go in with our bejewels. So, for the thumb, I have a bow that I'm going to put right in the middle. I'm sorry, y'all. I have way too much stuff in the way of my camera, and when a lot of stuff get in the way of my camera, of course, the focus of my camera starts going crazy. So, I'm going to go in and add a glob of glue right here. Bam. Okay, let's put that bow in the middle, like right there. Can y'all see that? Flash cure that for a second, and I'll move on to the next one. Then after I'm done with this, I'll go in and I will fully cure all of my nails for 60 seconds. So now I have those on, and then I am going to go around this smile line with a couple diamonds. Okay, and then now I'm gonna go on the other side of that. I did that on right here on this side. On this side, I did the little diamonds leading up, and then I'm gonna do some on the other side, 3 of them on the other side as well. I have caviar here, I have bedazzles, but I feel like I want to add something else right here. Like, I feel like I'm missing something. You know what? Y'all, I'm always thinking of something. Always thinking of something. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, and now I am going to fully cure these for 60 seconds in the nail lamp. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. These are how they're turned out so far. I like them. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and get some diamond top coat on these. Not on all of these, actually. I'm only going to top coat. Do I want to top? I might top coat this one for the shine. For this one to shine, these three in the middle, I'm gonna top coat. And no, I gotta top coat my Frosty the Snowman. Here we go. Going in, curing, final cure for 60 seconds. Okay, Diamond, so this is our finishing look. I think that these turned out amazing. Like, very amazing. This one, I can see a little bit of bubble in this one. You probably can see it move just a little bit. This one, it do move. It move. You ain't gonna get a lot of movement, but it move a little bit. But just with them being clear and encapsulated like that, it's just amazing. It's a very amazing look. The thumb. Index. Not trying to put on my middle finger, but you get the gist. The ring finger. Hi, Mr. Snowman. But yes, y'all, this is how we look. I think we did a great job. I am amazed by these. Very beautiful. Very demure. All right. Y'all already know what to do. Please, Diamonds, leave me some comments down below. Let me know how you feel about these nails. Let me know if you got anything else in mind that we can try together. I will see y'all in the next video.